So my Blue Yeti is about to be busted. This is like take 5 or something, I don't know. Anyways, what you just saw was a bunch of like Team Gokus I did over the years. And the reason why I did that is because I wanted to see the progress of my art style. I got inspired by stuff like Marvel, DC, Hellboy, Spawn, a lot of X-Men, typical, Batman comics and all that kind of stuff. Like, that was my bread and butter when it comes to my art style. But the thing that inspired me the most was Akira Toriyama. Not just necessarily Dragon Ball, but also stuff like like Sandland and, of course, Dragon Quest as well. I even tried Chrono Trigger, and that was amazing. But Akira Toriyama was like mainly my main inspiration, like even to start drawing in general. And so I used to do a lot of Dragon Ball fan art, and Akira Toriyama was like my main shtick. But of course, as time goes on and I want to use my artwork for a lot of other things like comic books and video games, I obviously want to make my own art style, So my art style is very pretty much inspired by the house style of a lot of like comic books, especially those from like late 90s to early 2000s. And what I used to do is that I would like kind of draw in Akira Toriyama's style while also coloring like a typical Western comic would like color with like gradients and all that kind of stuff. And well, at a certain point, I I want to have my own art style at this point, because it's fine to like draw, and it's fun to draw anime and stuff like that. And as time goes on, like I get why art teachers are like, nah, you can't draw that. Like I get that some can be condescending as fuck, and that's the real issue. But most of the time, you need to have your own thumbprint essentially when it comes to like art, and it's fine to like draw in these styles and all. Because I used to do a lot of Dragon Ball fan art, and well, at a certain point, you kind of need to like have your own ideas, I guess. I don't think that's the right word for this case, but yeah. And I'm still a fan of Dragon Ball. I've been watching Dragon Ball Daima, and that shit makes me feel like a little kid again. Dragon Ball Daima is so good. Like, people should give it a chance. I know some people avoid it because it's like giving them PTSD essentially, but I highly recommend it. Dragon Ball Daima is really good. But yeah, this artwork was supposed to be done by the end of December, but like a lot of stuff happened. But it's fine, I just do it now, I guess. So this time I decided to draw Goku more closer to my art style than Akira Toriyama's, even though the very last one I did last year was pretty close to Akira Toriyama minus the coloring. Still, I want to have my own identity, especially because I'm going back into comics. I'm doing my own comic book again. If you watch a little bit back on my YouTube channel, you can see that yes, I started a new comic. And I even started developing a game that, I'll be really honest, I haven't touched it in a while. I need to keep working on it, at least finish something for it, because I do want to make video games, even if it's just not for the money. So far I've been having fun developing video games. It's just that stuff happens and I kind of lose time to get to it, I guess. But let's see. I was supposed to like show off what I had also by the end of December, but like I said, stuff happened. I couldn't do jack shit about it. So as you can see, I do a lot of hatching and cross hatching, and that's essentially, pretty typical for like Western comics and all that. I've been also watching a lot of the box office artist recently, and he's also been a great source of inspiration in a time where I was pretty much about to give up on art. I essentially decided to, instead of like try to aim to work with someone, I just aim to work for myself, I guess. And art became more so my own like little, I guess I could call it a hobby. At this point, I did went to school for graphic design and all that kind of stuff. I had like 3 years and stuff like that. Not exactly art per se, but I went essentially with the notion to at least do something with my creative knowledge, and I gave up on it because that was during the pandemic, and a lot of people are telling me to continue, but to be quite frank, I'm not sure if I want to focus my studies on art anymore. This doesn't mean I'll give up on art. It just means that I'll be moving forward with like other shits, But yeah, I'll be working on some other art projects and all that. It's not like I'll give up entirely. I still want to make video games. I still want to make comics. I'm making one right now. I'm just not as consistent with it, but I should at least finish it before summer. And same with the game I'm working on. I should finish it because it's supposed to be a short game too, so it should be done soon-ish. And I'll show it off later. My comic will be posted on itch.io, so it's all so like I'm hoping to finish every art project I have so far before summer, at least, before I can start moving on to other projects I have in mind, because I want to make horror games. I want to make first person shooters and all that kind of stuff, like first person action games and all that kind of stuff, but like, developing video games ain't as easy as developing a comic, and even though in both are time consuming too, in both I need to find like time to actually settle down to do them and all that. And that's the final piece. Not exactly the happiest with the final result, but like I can probably do better next time. And still have no outro, so